happiest of Friday. And welcome to another edition of 5 Horror Movie Fun Facts starring me. Today's movie, I am pulling from the Stephen King file because, as it happens, it's his birthday weekend. And I don't just know that because I'm a fan, I know that because my oldest daughter's birthday is the same day. So, yeah, in honor of my daughter's birthday and Stephen King's birthday, we are doing one of my favorite Stephen King movies. Today's movie, Firestarter, 1984. Fun fact number 1. Okay, so George C. Scott's character wears an eye patch for a portion of this film. Now, that isn't because of the character he was playing, which that's a whole other subject in and of itself. No, he wears an eye patch because, as it happened during the course of the making of the film, he got an eye infection in his eye because of the contact lenses he was wearing. I have to assume it was really gross for them to have to say, hey, you got to cover that thing up with something. So, yeah, he wore an eye patch. Fun fact number 2. At the time this movie came out, Hollywood had 2 go-to little blonde girls that they like to put in their movies, that filmmakers wanted to put in their movies. One of them, of course, is Drew Barrymore, and the other was Heather O'Rourke. Now, as it happens, both girls were up for the role of Charlie in this movie. Now, Drew got this role, but the funny thing is that they both were also up for the role of Carol Ann in Poltergeist, and also the role of Gertie in E.T. So basically, filmmakers were just switching between the two of them. If you were a cute little blonde girl in Hollywood that wanted to be an actor at this time, that was your competition. Fun fact number 3. Okay, so as Drew Barrymore tells it, she kind of foresaw herself playing this role, kind of. So when she was 6 years old, she and her mother were somewhere, maybe a supermarket, where they saw the cover of the book. Now, according to Drew Barrymore, her mother saw the book cover and made an offhand comment that the little girl on the cover looked like her. So 6-year-old Drew Barrymore asked her mom if she could have the book, and her mom bought it for her. So she read it. She loved the character so much that she reportedly ran into the kitchen and told her mom, "Hey, Mom, I'm the Firestarter. I'm Charlie McGee." Her mom had no idea what she was talking about. But as it happens, a couple of years later, that's the role that she got. Funny how life works out, right? Fun fact number 4. Okay, so in the scene where Charlie's dad, played by David Keith, not Keith David Keith, in that scene, Drew Barrymore could not get tears to happen as her father lay dying. So, according to David Keith, in a television interview that he gave, Drew Barrymore asked him to spank her to get her to cry, to which he did. And I'm just going to leave that there. Fun fact number 5. Okay, so this is one of the bunch of movies that Stephen King wasn't a fan of, which in this case is kind of crazy. I kind of blame the drugs. Stephen King was on a copious amount of drugs and alcohol back in the day. He's a recovering addict. It was a whole thing. But anyway, Mark L. Lester, who directed the movie, said he at the time he didn't get why Stephen King hated this movie. He said, and I quote, "I knew he hated The Shining because the movie was not his book. But in the case of Firestarter, he had approved the script. He even worked on it. He was on the set, and we talked about everything we were doing. He loved everything. The one thing he especially criticized was the wind blowing through Drew Barrymore's hair. That was his idea to begin with." All that is true. By the way, Stephen King was very involved with the making of Firestarter. The script writer, I can't remember the script writer's name, but even he followed the book as closely as possible. So as, to be true to the source. But yeah, he apparently he was not a fan. Don't know how he feels about it today. Like I said, this was during a time where Stephen King was not the soberest person in the world. So Anyway, that's it for today's 5 horror movie fun facts. Join me again next week when I shall have another. Okay, bye.